I am Yvonne. I am the principal at Courtordered Law Firm. We are located in Dallas, Texas. I'm a certified mediator. I'm a family law and personal injury attorney. On this channel, I educate you and I empower you to resolve your own legal issues. My goal is to save you time, money, and help minimize conflict, stress, and anxiety while you're going through one of the most challenging times in your life. This channel does not and cannot contain legal advice. The legal information is provided for general informational or educational purposes only. Before taking any advice based on what you obtain from this channel, please consult a legal professional. Consult an attorney in your locality. We do not provide any legal advice, and your reliance on the information on this channel is solely at your own risk. Knowing how to initiate mediation is vital. It's vital to planning your uncontested divorce and custody case. In this video, I will talk to you about the options you have for initiating mediation, and I'll give you 9 topics to raise during your mediation. If you have an attorney, your attorney knows what topics to raise. But if you're going to mediation on your own, I will give you 9 topics, 9 conversations that you must have before you leave mediation. Now, there are 2 ways to initiate mediation. The first is the voluntary mediation. The second is court-ordered mediation. Voluntary mediation. In a voluntary mediation, the parties can agree on their own to go to mediation. When they agree, in some cases, you file a motion, an agreed motion for mediation, and the judge appoints you a mediator. When the parties agree, they file an agreed motion for mediation, and the judge appoints a mediator. In some cases, the parties know who they're going to, and they agree to a mediator. The second option to initiate mediation is a court-ordered mediation. In this case, the judge orders the parties to go to mediation. The judge signs a court order requiring the parties to go to mediation. When an attorney is involved, one party would have filed a petition with the court, and that begins the process. That begins the case. And while the case is pending, the parties can, by permission on their own through the attorneys, go to mediation. This is the same process if you don't have an attorney. You can file the petition first, or you can go through mediation, then file the petition. If an attorney is involved, one or both of the counsels contacts the mediator. The mediator then schedules the time and the place for mediation. Same process. If you don't have an attorney, decide on what party is contacting the mediator. The mediator at that point schedules a time, a date, and a place for mediation. So now you've initiated mediation, you've gone through mediation. The mediator has assisted in drafting the mediator settlement agreement. That's not the end. You are required to file a final order. So you would need to retain counsel to draft a final order based on your mediator settlement agreement. This is important because if you do not get a final order filed with the court, at some point the court will dismiss your case. So you have a mediator settlement agreement that's just hanging out in court, but the case is dismissed. The only option you have to close out your case is when you get your mediator settlement agreement, you hand it to someone to draft a final order. That order is filed with the court, and that's the way you finalize the issues in your case. Now let's talk about the 9 topics that you must discuss during mediation if you don't have an attorney. Or if you have an attorney, make sure that you have these 9 topics covered. In cases involving children, it's important to talk about electronic communication. Am I going to have a chance to talk with my child when my child is not in my possession? That has to be in the order. Number 2, international travel. How am I able to take my child out of the country if the other party is not willing to sign off on it? You must include that in the order. Reach an agreement. Number 3, passport provision. Sometimes one party is not willing to sign off on the passport application. You need to have it included in the order. The judge would order the parties to cooperate for passport provision. Number 4, geographical restriction. This is important. What areas are my child? What area of town or country or even county is my child restricted to? You want to include a geographical restriction language in your mediated settlement agreement. Number 5, the child's extracurricular activity. Who pays for it? Is that only supported by the child support amount, or would the parties divide certain activities? Talk about it. Include in your mediated settlement agreement. Number 6, when property is an issue, for example, a real property, a house, how are we going to divide the house if the mortgage is under one party's name? You have to discuss that. Are we refinancing to release one party from the mortgage? That needs to be included in your mediated settlement agreement. Number 7, visitation, possession and access. What visitation would one party have and what visitation would the other party have? Number 8, we need to talk about Father's Day and child's birthday, Mother's Day and child's birthday. What will father have access to the child during Father's Day? Will the mother have access to the child during Mother's Day? What access would I have on my child's birthday? These are important. So number 9 is important. Support. Who gets to pay the child support and how much? That is an important conversation to have during mediation. Now you know the 9 topics to discuss during mediation. Go and settle your case. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notification so that you are notified when I post a new video.